Welcome to Mato Chef. Today we're going to show you how to make a Brazilian cheese bread, the same one that you eat in the Brazilian steakhouse. The ingredients are Cotija cheese, Monterrey Jack cheese, 4 eggs, salt, tablespoon of salt, 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk, almost 1 cup of oil, then the tapioca flour. Okay, let's start. The first thing, we're gonna get a pan. We're gonna mix the water, the milk, and the oil. Then we're gonna go to the stove and we're gonna keep looking and mixing until it's almost boiling. Then we're gonna come back to do the rest. Okay, I'm gonna leave here the milk, the water, and the oil for a little bit. Once it's close to get boiling, we're gonna come back and we're gonna mix with the other ingredients. It's very simple to make. You can make it at home. The same cheesy bread you have in the steakhouse. Way better than one you can buy in the store. Okay, we are done with starting boiling the ingredients that we mix, the oil, the water, and the milk. Now we're going to mix this with the other ingredients. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna put here inside this, I'm gonna put the salt, the cheese, 1 cup of the Monterrey Jack cheese, another cup of Monterrey Jack cheese, 2 cups of Monterrey Jack cheese, 1 cup of the Cotija cheese. And all these ingredients you can find in your local supermarket, no problem. I went to my local grocery store here. I found all of them without any issues. I'm gonna just mix a little bit here to make sure the flour and the cheese and the salt are mixed with the flour. I'm gonna mix a little bit. While we are mixing here, the water is cooling down a little bit. So now let's add the water. Check the temperature here. It's so-so. It's a little hot, but let's add it here. Okay, I'm going to get my mixture here that I just did. I'm going to open in the middle like a little hole here. Then we're gonna drop little by little this and mix with the flour and the cheese and all the ingredients we have here, and add a little bit more and keep mixing. If you look, it's gonna turn like a little glue. The texture is like a little glue. Okay, now we have to keep mixing until you get the correct texture. Okay, now I'm gonna use my hands to mix. It's hot. Have to be careful here. It's really hot. I think I'm gonna still using the spatula for now because it's still a little hot and I don't want to burn my hands. Okay, keep mixing until almost all the flour we added here mix with the entire thing. You're gonna love it, do it. It's an easy recipe to do, and it's one of the signature things in a Brazilian steakhouse. You know, everybody goes there, wants to have the cheese bread. But here, we'll make our own. See, look at the texture, how it is. See, if you look, it's already like a, it smells like already like a cheesy bread and feels like it. So we are done mixing all the ingredients we have. Now we let it sit for cool down for a while before we add the eggs, because if we add the eggs now, it will boil, it will cook the eggs, and we don't want to cook the eggs right now. And okay, see you in a few minutes once it's cooled down. So we wait a few minutes to let the dough cool down. Look at how the texture is. When you do it at your home, you're gonna need to know that. The next thing, we're gonna add the eggs. But you're gonna add one by one to make sure the dough is still good. You know, you don't want to add all 5 at once, because maybe it's not enough, it's too much or not enough. We're gonna add one by one and mix. Okay, first add the first one here. I'm gonna add the first egg. Then I'm gonna mix it. Make like a little
sandwich.
Yeah, it looks like a sandwich. Imagine we can make a big cheese bread like this. That will be, well, something that I'm gonna try later. Make like a big cheese bread dough baguette. So we have added all 3 eggs and we keep mixing. If some reason the dough doesn't look correct for you, you can add a little bit more flour to get in the correct texture. And keep mixing it. If you have a mixer, it's way quicker, you know. We're doing the hardcore way because a lot of people don't have a mixer. But if you use a mixer, it's just look and let it mixing and add the ingredients. You don't have to worry about this. So because it's a little bit sticky, I'm gonna add more flour. Then we're gonna keep mixing, adding flour. Okay, let me clean my hand a little bit here because it's real sticky. Because the Polvilho flour, the flour that we use, makes a little gluey, and not a little, a lot of gluey, and we want to make sure it doesn't stay like that for. Okay, I'm gonna get my flour that I bought here. Just gonna add a little bit. Mix. Add a little bit more. Mix. The cheese bread is one thing, it depends on the brand you buy for the flour. You have the quantity will change a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add more flour because now it looks like a bubble gum texture. We don't want that. We don't want a texture similar to what we had before we add the eggs. Not that, but very close. See, it's getting there. So I finished mixing it. I add 3 eggs and I keep adding flour until the texture came back to the way that it was before. Then now I'm gonna just mix a little bit more and we're gonna start making the little balls for baking. So we are ready to make our cheesy balls now. While we are making the cheesy ball, I put the oven to heat to 400 degrees. Let's make the balls. I'm gonna make about, let me see. This size? Too big?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna grow.
It's gonna grow, you're right. About this size. Okay, let's get 1. 2. Make one bigger just to see. 3. 4. 'Yeah, we have a lot of dough here. I'm gonna make some of this. I'm gonna freeze and save it to eat whatever you want. So we finished making our cheese bread balls. It got about 63 on this size that I have here. Depends on which size you make, can get bigger or more or less, you know. Now the next step, I'm gonna put inside the oven. After you get like 400 degree, put it inside and leave it there for about 20 minutes. So we have wait for about 23 minutes and let's check the results. Oh. Okay, those are the cheese balls, the same one you buy at the Brazilian steakhouse. Let's try it. I have a special guest to try, Melissa Rainbow Heart. Where are you?
Peekaboo!
But it's super hard. I'm gonna open a little bit here, put it here.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And I get one look at the texture. Cheese texture.
It looks so warm.
Now we have to wait a little bit. It's super hot. Just come out of the oven.
It feels. It burned my finger.
So let's try out. Tastes really good. Look, all the cheese you put there melted inside. I'm gonna put a small piece for you.
Okay.
This one here is small. How's it?
It's delicious.
Delicious? Mm-hmm. Okay. See you in the next episode of Mato Chef. Me and
Me.
Melissa. Bye bye.
Goodbye.